And welcome to the Pleasure Dome of Malmö, Sin City of Sweden. Sea-girt siren of the Skagerrak, or is it the Kattegat? Full to bursting of old salts who can't get a drink, and people who've had a heart attack at the prices of the hotel minibars. Malmö, third city of Sweden, home of a hardy seafaring warrior race, now more famous for open sandwiches and tennis players who live in Monaco and throw wobbly. We're taking an animated trip here from Rome, which was the scene of so much unhappiness last year, to Malmö. Malmö, home and hearth of this year's Eurovision Song Contest. And for why? What in heaven's name brings us here? It's well you know that last year Sweden won the contest with Captured by a Love Storm, sung by Carola. What do you mean you've forgotten? You will be reminded before very much longer. Scenes of Scandinavia and Sweden. Don't ask me to describe them to you because I have no idea where or what this is apart from a sunset. Or possibly a sunrise. Anyway, it's a different story this year. This year, it's our turn. Oh, there ain't no justice. This year, the United Kingdom entry is plangently sung by the West End, Broadway, and pop charts superstar Michael Ball. And if we don't win, I'll buy you a pickled herring. And if you think that's a poor bet, we've just taken out a third mortgage here in the commentary box on a bottle of sparkling water. These pretty pictures are of Skåne, the province of southern Sweden, far famed for forests and rolling hills and the odd deer, beaches, smorgasbord, spittekaka, a sweet cake with which we were all presented on arrival, caviar, which doesn't look, taste, or in fact isn't caviar. Malmö is the principal town of Scania, great and historic port, city of parks and canals and old buildings, and unruffled people whose idea of a high old time is a quiet evening at home. Malmö is not a place you come to for street life. Now, I'm sure you're going to be impressed by the professionalism and polish of tonight's presentation by the Swedish TV service. Well, someone from the Irish delegation said they found it a bit predictable and boring after last year. I think what he meant was that he missed the rusty steel sheets that covered the commentators' boxes and the splendid air of laissez-faire that hung over last year's Italian production. Most, of course, were missing Toto, last year's master of ceremonies, who fashioned a new benchmark for Eurovision presenters with his flair and poise and general air of let the good times roll. He certainly lifted what might have been an ordinary contest into the realms of the surreal. Nothing like that tonight. We've got Lydia and Harold. Like a title for an old American sitcom. Incidentally, it's here in Malmö that England will play their preliminary matches in the European Cup football finals in the summer, in the stadium that's part of this great sport and leisure complex on the outskirts of the city. Eurovision tonight is being staged in the Ice Stadium, or frequently home to Malmö ice hockey team, Sweden's champions. Tonight we'll see 23 countries vie for the Grand Prix, the Blue Ribbon of Song, in this, the 37th running of the Eurovision Song Contest. Here they are, the Malmö Flickorna, girls from Malmö. What else? Currently treating us to a ribbon dance, to the sparkling rhythms of the song that brought glory yet again to Sweden last year, when Carola won the contest for them with Fångad av en stormvind. Close enough. Captured by a Love Storm. Malmö Flickorna. And now, friends, our two presenters, Lydia Capolicchio and Harald Treutiger.
Livia Capolicchio and Harald Kreuziger.
A popular pair here.
Good evening, everybody. Guten Abend. God kväll. Very welcome to the 1992 Eurovision Song Contest, the greatest game show in the world. This year, greater than ever before, with 23 competing countries.
Bienvenue au concours Eurovision de la chanson 1992, le plus grand jeu spectacle du monde, et plus grand que jamais cette année, avec 30 000 participants.
The map of Europe is rapidly changing. Old countries disappear, new ones are being formed. And when East is no longer East and West is no longer West, Europe has become greater. This we celebrate today, the 9th of May, Europe Day.
La carte de l'Europe se transforme de jour en jour. D'anciens pays disparaissent, de nouveaux apparaissent. Et quand l'Est n'est plus l'Est, que l'Ouest n'est plus l'Ouest, les conditions se réunissent pour un espace européen encore plus vaste. C'est ce que nous célébrons aujourd'hui, 9 mai, le jour de l'Europe.
And since we are in Malmö, Sweden, we will conform to EBU regulations and from now on speak svenska.
Just det. Och i vanliga fall så är det ju så att man vinner pengar eller fantastiska materiella saker i tävlingsprogram. Men ikväll är det äran
Lydia and Harold at the moment, but early
och
days yet.
äran symboliseras
They're
av
explaining
en
in competition one normally wins
från
money,
vår
but this
världsberömda
is
svenska
the honor
glas.
and a wonderful sculpture in glass for one of Sweden's world-famous glassworks. Harold is saying we're in the Malmö Ice Stadium, where the home team 3 weeks ago won the Swedish Championship. And Swedish ice hockey champions for the first time in their history.
Förra årets värdland Italien finns också med oss.
Last year's host country, Italy, has sent thousands of flowers from the town of Pescia. The center of this wonderful display of flowers, 48 salty old musicians. And they will be conducted by Anders Berglund.
Och mitt i denna blomsterprakt, våra 48 musiker, under ledning av kapellmästaren, dirigenten, maestron, kärt barn har många namn, Anders Berglund.
Anders nearly didn't get his introduction there, but there he is, full of beans. Look out for Anders later, he's got an accordion.
Men anledningen till att vi har samlats i Sverige i år och här i Malmö, den står att finna i svenska.
And Harold's explaining we're all gathered here. And the reason we are is that our Swedish singer Carola won last year's contest in Rome with this, Fångad av en stormvind. That's herself, that's Carola, and here she is, the lady who won it last year for Sweden.
Kära tv-publik, var ni än är. Det är viktigt att ha mål i livet och att följa sitt hjärta.
She achieved an important goal in her life, having come third in Munich in 1983, and she won it last year.
Var att en dag vinna Eurovision Song Contest. Musik är mer än bara underhållning.
Tonight she's going to sing a new song for us,
Musik ska ge oss
dedicated to him who has given her all the reasons to live.
Och ikväll vill jag från hela mitt hjärta sjunga en sång för er till honom som givit mig all the reasons to live. wasting time. I try to make it on my own. I built a bridge of coldness, afraid to cross the line. I opened my eyes and you were there. You gave me all the reasons to live. My dreams now I will give. 'Cause when you touched me like a child, you set my heart free. I won't be hiding anymore. I have all the reasons to live. My heart tries to forgive the memories I left behind forever. You show me the way. Looking back through all the years, I try to touch those moments I gave my heart away. But was it worth so many tears? 'Cause the pain I felt was endless, but sometimes you have to pay. You called out my name and I was there. You gave me all the reasons to live. My dreams now I will give. 'Cause when you touched me like a child, you set my heart free. I won't be hiding anymore. I have all the reasons to live. My heart tries to forgive the memories I left behind forever. You show me the way. And sometimes when I feel I can't go on, I hear your voice and close my eyes. We make us stand together so strong under the lights of heavenly skies. I have all the reasons to live. My heart tries to forgive the memories I left behind forever. You show me the way. Show me the
And the sedate Swedish audience here in Malmö in the Ice Stadium. And what a crowd. There's about 3,500 people here. And they paid £100 a seat. Just giving you a few moments to think about that. Honestly, the license fee is such good value.
Så mycket Carola, 1991 års
Harold is thanking Carola.
av Eurovision Song Contest.
Och det är nu
Now, as Lydia
arbetet
said,
börjar
the
med att
task of
utse
finding a
mål av
successor is about to begin. We're going to listen to the 23 contestants all here in this photo album.
De finns här i det här fotoalbumet allihop i den ordning som lotten har bestämt att de ska framföras.
They'll appear in the order
Vi har
resulting
13
from the lottery.
kvinnliga
13
solister,
female
manliga
soloists,
och
7 male soloists in 3
grupper, kan man
groups.
säga. Och Nederländerna är med i år
Holland
igen
didn't
efter förra
participate
årets
last year, but
uppehåll.
they're competing this evening.
Och det här är
And
vår
here's something to look
maskot,
forward to,
kvällens
my hat.
maskot. Farhall och jag kan luta oss
You say the
tillbaka en
Swedes
aning
don't have any
eftersom den här
gaiety.
fågeln kommer delvis
This is
att
the
hjälpa
mascot,
oss med vårt liv.
combination of a
Men
Swedish
för att det ska
nightingale
kunna
and the
fungera
most popular
riktigt
bird
ordentligt
locally,
så krävs
which is a
lite
goose,
hålleri.
a nightingale, or indeed a goosingale. Introduce each country's contribution in a whimsical way. just my advice, try not to pay too much attention to this because it'll get me your nerves after a while. Spain first of the 23. It's Todo Esto Es La Música. Each country, of course, will introduce its song with views showing the country's delights. The composers of the Spanish entry are Luis Migueles and Alfredo Valbueno. Luis Migueles also wrote the lyrics. The conductor, who you'll be meeting very shortly, is Julio Salazar. Todo esto es la música. Music is all this. Music. Just one more time before you leave, far away to another place. We must talk one more time. It's one of those. That's a casino somewhere. Serafin Zubiri, 27, he's from Pamplona, will sing the Spanish entry. And Serafin will be seated at the piano. Serafin is blind. And he had to go to a special school in Madrid. Formed the band Equus and is now a solo. This is it, the first song, the Spanish entry, Serafin. And this, the conductor, Julio Salazar. Sorry, Javier Lazada. Quick change. Looking a picture. First song for Spain.
Solo una vez más, antes de marchar, lejos hacia otro lugar. Tenemos que hablar por una vez más para ver si podemos continuar. Eres mi obsesión y solo pido a Dios que mañana te acuerdes de mí. Solo una canción puede hablar de amor y contar las penas que hay en mi corazón. Todo esto es la música que rodea tu cuerpo. Solo este momento me llena de felicidad. Todo esto es la música que llevo tan dentro de mí. El recuerdo, para ser sincero, es por ti. Pienso que fui yo la culpa, pero tú te fuiste sin decir adiós. Solo entre los dos, el odio y el amor existen en nuestro corazón. Todo esto es la música que rodea tu cuerpo. Solo este momento me llena de felicidad. Todo esto es la música que llevo tan dentro de mí. El recuerdo, para ser sincero, todo lo bueno y malo de la vida tiene sentido con música. Música es alegría, también melancolía, paz, armonía y sueños, y el sabor de tus besos. Todo esto es la música que rodea tu cuerpo. Solo este momento me llena de felicidad. Todo esto es la música que llevo tan dentro de mí. El recuerdo, para ser sincero, es por ti, es por ti.
That's a big hand for the Spanish entry, for a Serafin who's being led off by his backing singers. Blowing kisses to the audience, a very enthusiastic and extremely numerous audience. that were giving Michael Ball a tremendous roar during the rehearsals. That's it then. There's our little fella. He's going to make a habit of this. Don't let him get you down. Belgium next. Nous en veut des violons. We want violins. Certainly we do. Just a quick one of the atomium there. Sweatshirt trousers, a crazy generation. We hide our feelings under the skin of our jackets, but behind that look, under the carelessness, we hide our injuries. That's the cry of my generation. Rap or funky, the Gorby generation. You can say that again. And if Morgan wins this for Belgium, she'll be the 6th most famous Belgian in the world. Actually, the young lady, I think, is better than the song. She's a pert performer. Her name is Ingrid Simony. She comes from Liège. She's just 16. Composer of the Belgian entry, Nous en veut des violons, is Claude Barzotti, and the lyrics are by Anne-Marie Gaspard. The conductor will be Franck Fievier. And the arranger is B. Estadi. Song number 2 then, for Belgium. You see it all before you. Let's hope this is the right conductor. Yes, there he is, Franck Fievier. Take a bow, Frank. For Belgium, Morgan.
Ensuite, en pantalon, trop de génération, on cache les émotions sous la peau d'un blouson. Oui, mais sous l'apparence militaire, l'insouciance, on dit rien nos blessures, ma génération assure. En rap et en funky, génération Gorby, on cache les frissons sous des tonnes de béton. Mais cet air d'insouciance n'est rien qu'une apparence. Au pays sans frontières, ma génération espère. Nous, on veut des violons et des statues de pierre. Mélange de tradition, des sentiments dans l'air. Nous, on veut des violons, des oiseaux, des chimères et des déclarations à ne plus toucher terre. Nous, on veut des violons. Nous, on n'a pas d'histoire, pas de passé, pas de mémoire. Mon cœur bat la chamade sous mon rire de parade. J'affiche l'indifférence, c'est rien qu'une apparence. Sous ces masques de couleur, ma génération a peur. Nous, on veut des violons et des statues de pierre. Mélange de tradition, des sentiments dans l'air. Nous, on veut des violons, violons, nous on veut des violons, on veut tout un orchestre, et puis des émotions, et puis des nuits d'ivresse, nous on veut des violons. Nous on veut des violons et des statues de pierre, un mélange de tradition, des sentiments dans l'air. Nous on veut des violons, toucher terre. Nous on veut des violons. Nous on veut des violons. Nous on veut des violons. Nous on veut des violons.
Well done, that's a cheery little customer. Morgan. Belgian flag being waved. There's a lot of British flags out here, I can tell you, tonight. There'll be a forest of them. That was it, Nous en veut des violons. Another lively lady now for Israel, Zerak Sport. Very zippy performer, this girl, Daphna. Zerak Sport means it's only sport, and it's relevant to the year that's in it, of course, with the Olympic Games and the European Football Championship, as I said, which is preliminary rounds here in Malmo, which England are playing. The final is being played in Stockholm. It's only sport, only sport, only sport. I don't know what a camel's got to... Oh, it's Israel, of course. Sorry. The composer is Kobe Oshrat, and the lyrics are by Ehud Manor, two veterans of the Eurovision scene, I can tell you. This young lady, Daphna, is going to be closely supported by a couple of sabras with bongos. She's 26, born in Israel, one of Israel's most popular young artists. It was success in the army entertainment section during her military service that started her off. Now, you will have noticed that the motif tonight on the stage is that of a Viking ship, and very striking and effectively done it is. Kobe Oshrat, conductor, Israel's entry, one of the strongest in the competition, from Daphna, Zerak Sport.
לכן אני מאמינה במלחמה בעצם, לרקוד את כל המואבות, לשיר אל תוך החושך, לזרוע לשלוש דקות את הרהובי האושר, ואין לי שום רצון להתייפייף, ההתנסות הזאת היא קטע מאיים, ולא אכפת לי לצפף כי המשחק עושה לי כיף.
Wait to hear the roar for this. That's a big one. I'd say that's the hottest one so far. Israel have won the Eurovision Song Contest twice, and they always do well. Big crowd, big reception for ZX Sport. Turkey next. It's called Yaz Biti. But you can see that for yourself. It means summer is over. To live with you, not to be without you is my wish. Do you hear me? Now, the lyrics are written by Eileen Yukanlar, And the performer is Aileen Vatankos. And indeed, the conductor is Aidan Ozari. The Irish get in everywhere. The singer, Aileen Vatankos, who's being backed up by Aldogun, and watch this, Shimshekai, Kemal Shimshekai, and Ugur Shimshekai, virtually the whole Shimshekai family, apart from Aldogan, who is the composer. Oh, hang on, he's in the group as well. Well, how many Shimshekai? I think that's the Shimshekais there. The arranger is old Aidan Ozari from Cork, a little beaten bronze. And once again, as in so many of these films, the sun goes down over something. The Turkish entry, this lady is a vision in turquoise. No, not him. That's the conductor. That's Aidan. A man with a strict baton. Keep it. Where is she? One of those geographic idiosyncrasies. It's Greek next. This is Olu tu Cosmo I Elpita. Although that work the Jesuits did on me, not wasted. It's great to be able to bring it into play. Now, I think this is the best Greek entry I've heard for some time. You often hear, you know, that the Eurovision is just full of boom, bang, a diggy loo. But if you listen tonight, there's lots of different music, and there's music with Middle Eastern influence, there's Jamaican, West Indian rhythms, lots of variety, slow ballads, rock and roll. Now, this particular one owes more to the Middle East than Europe. Indeed, it could have been the Israeli entry. What is that man doing? Now, there's no Greek chorus here, it's just a conventional backing group for Cleopatra. Interesting to see how she looks. This Cleopatra made her debut at a song festival in Thessaloniki, and she's very popular in Greece, obviously. The composer is Christos Lagos, and he wrote the lyrics as well. That's nice, isn't it? Always end on a statue. The Greek entry, which I think, as I said, is the best one they've had for a while. There's the conductor, Aris Andriadis. Aris, a shy smile and a bow. Here it comes then. Olu tu Cosmo I Elpita. It's a rotten case of guitar there.
Τι να πω για όσα γύρω μου αλλάζουν, τα σημάδια των καιρών τι θα μου πουν, οι απορίες των παιδιών μου με τρομάζουν, οι απαντήσεις που τους δίνω δεν αρκούν. Στο ταξίδι ας γίνει πηξίδα του τραγουδιού μου ο σκοπός, στην αγάπη απάντηση είδα κι όλης της άνοιξης το φως κι όλου του κόσμου την ελπίδα. Τι να πω από που ήρθα και που πάω, είναι αυτό που μου τρελαίνει το μυαλό. Βρες μου μια λύση για όλα αυτά που αγαπάω, να νιώσω ασφάλεια στο χώμα που πατώ. Στο ταξίδι ας γίνει πηξίδα του τραγουδιού μου ο σκοπός, στην αγάπη απάντηση είδα κι όλης της άνοιξης το φως κι όλου του κόσμου την ελπίδα.
Well, that owed more to the bazaar and the souk than the agora. Greek entry. The national flag's been proudly waved. As I said, that was musically unusual. The next one, equally so. West Indian rhythms. In the French entry, Montez la Rivière, which actually is going to be sung in Creole by Kali, not the terrifying Hindu goddess. Kali is Jean-Marc Monville, comes from Martinique, which is where a West Indian rhythm comes from. The motif is definitely Rastafarian. The lyrics are by Rémi Bellanchambre, and the conductor in dreadlocks is Vasco Magdi Noveres. Kali's been singing an awful long time. Epernay, sorry. I got distracted there with the thought of a glass. It's a dry old house in here, of course. I'd murder for a baguette this minute. The arranger of the song is the conductor. It's Montez la Rivière, and as I said, it's sung in Creole, so I'll just go by the translation rather than try and translate it as he goes along. Going up the river between the rocks and the roots, you'll find where the river comes out, going up the river. Oh, fair enough. I bet that's the Louvre. Kali. Now, you'll either love this or loathe it, but I think this is going to get a lot of votes. There's Magdi, and in a moment, Kali, the French entry, going up the river, Montez la Rivière.
Montez la rivière, oh. Oh, oui. Entre les roches et les racines, un jour tu verras la source de la rivière. Montez la rivière, oh. Ouvrez les oreilles, faut qu'apprendre goûter bruit de l'eau, il est toujours montré où là pour continuer. Continuer. Oui, bébé, pas, vous piquez jamais soif. Plus où qu'elle monte, plus de l'eau à qu'elle frais, plus où qu'elle est vraie, plus où qu'elle est montée, montée la rivière. Oh. Entre les roches et les racines, un jour tu verras la source de la rivière, monter la rivière. Oh. Ouvrez des yeux grands, toujours garder couler de l'eau en mesure qu'à monter, il cabine plus clair, plus clair. Oui, bébé, pas, vous pouvez pas garer. Tellement qu'à prier, vous êtes dit sans lumière, qui a guidé au monter la rivière d'amour. La rivière de la vie, oui. Monter la rivière, oui, oui, oui. La rivière, la paix, doudou. La rivière, à force jamais roche ni en l'air, ou qu'ériver la source à qu'à sortir, monter la rivière. À force jamais roche ni en l'air, ou qu'ériver la source à qu'à sortir, monter la rivière. Entre les roches et les racines, un jour tu verras la source de la rivière. À force jamais roche ni en l'air, où qu'ériver la source la qu'à sortir. Entre les roches et les racines, un jour tu verras la source de la rivière, monter la rivière.
Monte la Riviera. That's one of those, I was just saying to the sainted Stuart Morris, will either get a stack of votes or none at all. Monte la Riviera or France. Oh, the big roar goes up for Sweden. I morgon en annan dag. Tomorrow is another day. Of course, I've been in Malmö for 2 days now, and I know all about Sweden. This is Sweden here that you're looking at. It's going to be sung by Christer Björkman, attempting to keep it in the country for 2 years running. Christer has just a suspicion of Paddy Ashdown about him, I think. Maybe only my imagination. Have a look and see what you think. This is translated, I morgon är en annan dag, tomorrow is another day. Niklas Stromstedt wrote the words and the music. That's a Swedish dinner party. I was at one of those last night. Cost a fortune. Can't believe the cost of the wine. Took ages to get served as well. The conductor will be Anders Berglund, who's a hardy annual, a perennial. The arranger is Ulf Jansson. We're coming back towards our setting in Malmö, lovely city of parks. Here it is. They're all hoping for the best for it. I don't think it's a winner 2 years running for Sweden. Anders, he loves it. You're not leaving, are you? Here we go then for Sweden. Christer Björkman. Tomorrow's another day.
Det finns en flicka som jag går till ibland. Hon tycker om mig för jag gör vad jag kan. I hennes tystnad finns så mycket jag vill veta. Så jag stannar hela natten fast vi är som eld och vatten. Så länge hjärtat slår, så länge spänningen är kvar. Imorgon är en annan dag. Så länge solen ler, så länge lusten ger och tar. Så fort när allt försvinner, imorgon är en annan dag. Målar tavlor som jag aldrig får se och sjunger sånger när ingen sitter bredvid. I hennes ögon finns en längtan efter mera. Så jag stannar hela natten fast vi är som eld och vatten. Så länge hjärtat slår, så länge spänningen är kvar. Imorgon är en annan dag. Så länge solen ler, så länge lusten ger och tar. Så fort när allt försvinner, imorgon är en annan dag. Tiden är som ett timglas i din hand, där sekunder och minuter blir till år. Jag vill ha allt det jag får, så länge hjärtat slår, så länge spänningen finns kvar. Imorgon är en annan dag. Så länge solen ler, så länge lusten ger och tar. Så fort när allt försvinner, imorgon är en annan dag. Imorgon är en annan dag.
Well, of course, that's going to get a big roar. I don't think it's a winner, though, for Christer Björkman, but what do I know? Christer's a man for whom designer stubble never died. This is, by Swedish standards, this is a riot. There's our little nightingale, or goosingale. The Swedish flag. About time. Portugal next. Amor d'Água Fresca. Freshwater love. If you're hearing sounds over my voice, ignore them. Actually, it's the announcer saying what's coming next for the audience in the hall. Scenes of Portugal. Fresh fruit and flowers, and actually this is called Freshwater Love. I don't want smoky cigars, policemen or women with parcels on their heads. I want noisy music. No, I don't want that. I don't want noisy music either. In dark, crowded rooms, I don't want fancy cars. To meet strangers in bars, lonely people in lonely cocoons. Who wrote this? Well, actually, the singer, Dina. Dina wrote it. She began her career in 1980. Was that a sardine boat I saw? Dina wrote it. Rosa Lobata Faria wrote the lyrics. And it will be conducted by Carlos Alberto Moniz with the Leaving You with a Picture of the Tagus.
Portugals dirigent Carlos Alberto Moniz.
Good man, Carlos. Dina is also playing the guitar, and two pert, mini-skirted backing singers as well.
Quando eu vi olhos de ameixa e a boca de amora silvestre, tanto mel, tanto sol nessa tua madeixa, perfil sumarento e agreste. Foi a certeza que eras tu, o meu doce viúva, e nós sobremesa, o amor de morango e caju. Peguei, brinquei, meti-te na cesta, diz e dás-me a volta à cabeça. Vem cá, tenho sede, quero teu amor de água fresca. Peguei, brinquei, meti-te na cesta, diz e dás-me a volta à cabeça. Vem cá, tenho sede, quero teu amor de água fresca. Pois na pele travo a laranja e no beijo 3 gomos de diesel. Tanto mel, tanto sol, fruta, sumo, água fresca, provei e perdi o juízo. Foi na manhã sensa em ti, abacate, grunho e a pera francesa, numa framboesa kiwi. Peguei, brinquei, meti-te na cesta, diz e dás-me a volta à cabeça. Vem cá, tenho sede, quero teu amor de água fresca. Peguei, brinquei, meti-te na cesta, diz e dás-me a volta à cabeça. Vem cá, tenho sede, quero teu amor de água fresca. Foi na manhã sensa em ti, abacate, grunho e a pera francesa, numa framboesa kiwi. Peguei, brinquei, meti-te na cesta, diz e dás-me a volta à cabeça. Vem cá, tenho sede, quero teu amor de água fresca. Peguei, brinquei, meti-te na cesta, diz e dás-me a volta à cabeça. Vem cá, tenho sede, quero teu amor de água fresca. Peguei, brinquei, meti-te na cesta.
Yeah. That was song number 8. If you just come in from an evening at the opera, you said, is this thing not over yet? We're just at song number 8. We're nowhere near halftime. The 9th song is coming up. It's the Cyprus entry. It's called Teriazume. See? Yes. And they like it in the hall already, and they haven't heard anything yet. George Theophanos wrote the music and the words. The applause ought to be for the singer who's going to interpret it. Aphrodite's Isle. I'm sorry, I always have to say that when Cyprus comes on. Aphrodite's Isle. Got that out of the way. Hard to know what to say there. Ephrodite. I'm sorry, something distracting me. Evridiki. Oh, thank goodness. Well, that's a bit more like it, isn't it? I should think so. Is it past the watershed? Evridiki you'll find her a slinky performer, and there's a string trio behind her. She's more than a hint of Brigitte Bardot. It's a very sultry performance from Evridiki for Cyprus. Teriazume, made for each other. Look, the sun's going down somewhere again. That's nice. I give you my lips and every bit of my existence. And this girl does, believe me.
Compositeur och dirigent.
George Theophanos.
George Theophanos. Varsågod.
More than a hint of the Pandit Nehru there. Here comes the Cyprus entry. Watch out for this. She'll smolder your television set.
Σου δίνω τα χείλη μου και μέσα στην ύλη μου με κάθε κύτταρό μου σε τυλίγω. Μέσα μου χάνεσαι, παίζεις και πιάνεσαι κι εγώ κάτω από το δέρμα μου σε κρύβω. Ταιριάζουμε, θέλεις κι εσύ όπως κι εγώ μια νύχτα δίχως αύριο. Μοιάζουμε σαν δυο κομμάτια ουρανού που σμίγουν, γίνονται νερό και εξαφανίζονται. Ταιριάζουμε, ταιριάζουμε. Σημάδια σπαρμένα, κορμιά δίχως φρένα, κι εγώ να ζητιανεύω τα αγγίγμα σου. Σε τέλειο σχέδιο, τρελό ναρκοπαίδιο, να γίνω με μια έκρηξη μπροστά σου. Ταιριάζουμε, θέλεις κι εσύ όπως κι εγώ μια νύχτα δίχως αύριο. Μοιάζουμε σαν δυο κομμάτια ουρανών που σμίγουν, γίνονται νερό και εξαφανίζονται. Ταιριάζουμε, ταιριάζουμε. Κι εγώ μια νύχτα δίχως αύριο. Μοιάζουμε σαν δυο κομμάτια ουρανού που σμίγουν, γίνονται νερό, εξαφανίζονται. Ταιριάζουμε, ταιριάζουμε.
I told you this one was a sex kitten. Couple of false tabs there. Evridiki, Cyprus, song number 9, Teriazume. Well, that was different. A lot of them are different tonight. This one too This is a slow ballad from Malta, which a lot of people think will do very well. It's called Little Child. It's being sung in English by Mary Spitieri, a Juno-esque lady, power-dressed for the occasion. We moved from the island of Aphrodite to Malta. The composer is Georgina Abela, and indeed the conductor is Paula Abela. Georgina sang and represented Malta last year in Rome. The lyrics are by Raymond Mahoney. I told you, they're everywhere. And he also wrote the lyrics for Malta's song in the Eurovision Song Contest in Rome. This, as I said, is a slow ballad, a well-favoured outsider. If this won, it would be the first time for Malta. And it may just win votes in contrast to the different rhythms that we've been listening to. And there certainly has, as I said, been a variety of tunes and rhythms in this year's Eurovision Song Contest, which I think is all to the good. The Maltese entry, then, will be conducted by... There's the man himself. And the singer is Mary Spiteri.
Little child, your look, it pains me. It's an answer your eyes seek. Can't you see what shadow of a soul I've come to be? Tired of the sea. Little child, come sit beside me. It's so much I have to say. Stay as free as high winds on the seas. No destiny bringing lonely tears. Smile today and leave the past behind. Live it up day by day, and surely you may find that both sorrow and tomorrow are in word of thought or two. Look at me and teach me to live again. Little child, your look elates me. It's an answer your eyes give. Now you see, I'm on the road again. I'm bringing out what others in me. Smile, live today, and leave the past behind. Live it up day by day, and surely you may find that both sorrow and tomorrow are in word of thought or two. Look at me and teach me to live again. Live again. See, live today. This moment can't endure. A little trees for a sun. We'll make it on the shore. Be it sadness, be it gladness. We can start it all anew. Look at me, look at me. And the sun comes shining
She's a grand big woman. Mary Spiteri. Malta's best, I'd say, ever. Song 10, that was. If they go for a ballad, they could go for that one, Little Child. Iceland. Nei Eide Jol. And the main singers in this are two sisters called Sika and Chika. They're part of a group called Heart to Heart. Formed in 1988. The keyboard player Gretar Urvarsson. They won Iceland Song Contest in 1990. So they're hoping to do well in the Eurovision this year, and in fact lots of people fancy them. It'll be geysers and volcanoes. It's Iceland. That looks nice. Nei Eide Jol is yes or no. These are two perky blondes, Sika and Chika. Now the composers are Fredrik Karlsson, Gretar Orvarsson, and the lyrics are by Stefan Hilmarsson. Nigel Wright is the conductor. Thank goodness for a genuine Icelandic net. Look, the sun's going down again. Are they? Are we ever going to see a sunrise here? Nei Eide Jol.
Islands dirigent
Nigel Wright. Very nice waistcoat, Nigel. Go for it, man. Hit them. Here we go. This is a bouncy one. See if we can tease the two singers. They're hiding behind the lads. Sika and Chika.
Eva sänder Remix mamma After tiden valda mer ama Världen då Och sappnar vanken sen Eva världen alltid är samma Svörliga i hoppen nu Sansen aldrig siffertika Med jag nu är aldrig mer text att tänka skari Vaken och sovit Rätter ända restrikter Med jag använda av Arbiter av att finna Sverige Då jag var att flyga finna där jag blev Äventyren med Då alla spinner mer Även now samman en sidig Sander over läktas jag Sörr och sörr fyrig Veja var jag Nu är det där Aldrig mer text att tänka skari Vaken och sörr Rätt mer än världens styrker Veja var jag Använda av Arbiter ofta finna Sverige Då jag var att flyga finna där jag blev Din hänt i stavrum Aftur á bak Heiti Sandri hikandi Nei eða já Nú er þetta Aldrei mer text að taka skari Vakin og sofið Velti mér endaðust yfir Nei eða já Använda af Erfitt oft að finna svari Þó ég von að því að finna Nei eða já Nú er þetta Aldrei mer text að taka skari Vakin og sofið Velti mér endaðust yfir Nei eða já Använda af Erfitt oft að finna svari Þó ég von að því að finna það Von að því að finna það Von að því að finna það Jag ger Nei eða já
Hey, look at this. The big crowd of the old Icelanders in here. Half the population of Reykjavik have lined up, but they're not showing a picture of them. These fellas with flags, they're being ignored. It's really sad. That's the Icelandic. A very bouncy performance that was, wasn't it? Sika and Chika. Finland, Yama Yama. Now this is Finnish for, in fact, Yama Yama. It goes yama 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 yeah, but you know, it's like the same in French. And this is what people mean when they say a Eurovision song. I suppose, I don't know. This guy comes on like a rock star. His name is Pave Maikanen, and he's the composer as well. He comes on like a rock star, but he performs and looks indeed more like an elder of the Scottish Kirk. These are pictures of Finland. Incidentally, after this, there was supposed to be a picture of all the commentators' boxes, and it's very disappointing for Dolly Moore, and indeed for relatives to Stuart Morris, and indeed my family, because I don't do an awful lot of television. It'd be nice to get your face on every so often. However, not to be. Is the sun going to go down on this as well? No, it's just a misty day in Finland. Pave. The lyrics are by Hector.
Och här har vi Finlands
Olli Avenlahti.
Avenlahti.
Good man, Ollie. Give us a belt for Finland there. Yama yama. See if you can remember the words.
Yama 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 ya yama 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 ya.
Ajatuksissamme tuota laatikkoa muunneltiin. Sen sisällä 100 oli soittajaa. Me oli pieniä eikä niitä nähdä saa. Jamaillaan ja kuunnellaan saunia vanhaan radioon. Se soi kuin stadion voittanis radioon. Jamma 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 ja. Jamma 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 ja. Kun lauloin radiossa Sinatra tai John Lennon. Noissa suovioissa siemeniä on verkoon. Oh, 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 jamma, 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 ja. Jamma, 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 jamma. Sen sisällä 100 oli soittajaa. Ne oli pieniä eikä niitä nähdä saa. Jamaillaan ja kuunnellaan saunia vanhaan radioon. Se soi kuin stadion voittanis radioon. Jamma, 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 ja. Jamma, 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 ja. Jamma, 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 ja. Jamma, 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 ja.
Yama, yama, yama. Now, if you hear some crackling on the line, it's because we emptied about a half a gallon of Swedish mineral water over ourselves here in the box. And in this enclosed space here, we appear to be under about 3 feet of water. Still, sick transit. Nemo dat quod non habet. We're ready for Switzerland. Mr. Music Man. It's only this kind of pluck that keeps a person going in the middle of the Eurovision Song Contest. We're more than halfway through anyway, if I don't drown. But those are Swiss cows there. It's a Swiss crowd. Anyway, Gordon Dent, Swiss name, wrote the music and he wrote the words. And the performer is Daisy Ovray. Now this is an unusual one, as I was saying earlier about the difference in rhythms and music this year. This sounds like an old Burlicue number. It's kind of echoes of the stripper in this, Mr. Music Man. Takes all sorts to make a Eurovision. I longed to hold him in my arms and give him a kiss. So to the leader of the band, I said this, Mr. Music Man. And it goes on like that, more or less. Daisy Ovray, he's a woman, and her preference is for jazz. She honors her father by singing solo in Argentinian tango ensembles. It's extraordinary that there's some Swiss about to hurl themselves off a rock. That's frightening. What are they doing? Switzerland, Mr. Music Man. This is unusual. You never know.
Dirigent Roby Seidel.
Roby Seidel. Here he comes for Switzerland.
C'est dans mes bras, j'ai demandé au chef d'orchestre à m'y voir. Mr. Music Man, voulez-vous me jouer un air doux? Avez-vous un slow, rien que pour nous? Je rêve tellement de pouvoir le serrer dans mes bras. Music Man, avez-vous une chanson d'autrefois qui le pousse à danser avec moi? Monsieur, soyez un amour, venez à mon secours. C'est incroyable, je ne m'y attendais vraiment pas. Impensable lorsque je suis venue seule ce soir. Mr. Music Man, voulez-vous me jouer un air doux? Baissez les lumières autour de nous, laissez-nous le danser tendrement, et puis je vous en prie, monsieur, si vous êtes d'accord, jouez-le encore et encore. C'est incroyable, moi qui avais perdu tout espoir. Impensable lorsque je suis venue seule ce soir. Mr. Music Man, voulez-vous me jouer un air doux? Baissez les lumières autour de nous, laissez-nous le danser tendrement, et puis je vous en prie, monsieur, si vous êtes d'accord, jouez-le encore et encore.
Hey, the old Burlicue whistles even for that. The Daisy Ovray and the Swiss entry. We've got 2 to go before the United Kingdom's entry, with young M. Ball coming out. You wait to see, he sings the pants off it. That was it, lads, the Swiss entry. Well, you can't say you're not getting something different tonight. Oh dear, oh dear. Luxembourg. So frei, so free, like a kite in the wind, a paper boat in the sky, a coloured whirligig on big blue trampoline. How true, true that is. Composers are Jan Linster, Ab van Goor, and they wrote the words as well. Singer will be Marion Velter. At 16, formed a group called Quo Vadis. She's a backing singer as well. I've been to Luxembourg, the Grand Duchy. Been, oh, was that the M25? Leafy lanes, There you are. She'll be singing with a group called Continent, and those of you who wish to make jokes about Luxembourg for the continent and Harwich must do so in your own time. This is the Luxembourgeois entry, and I'd keep an eye out for this girl, because I think, it's only an opinion, mind, I think she's got her buttons done up the wrong way. This is the conductor, Christian Jacob, looking apprehensive, looking pale but determined. Luxembourg's entry, So frei. They're ready to go.
Wegen drar am Wand, paar Bayersche vom Himmel. Farbig Koppler bunt und blauen Trampolin. Wegen drar am Wand, über Grenze fliehen. Oh, so frei soll ich gehen, so frei soll ich gehen. Oh, so frei soll ich gehen, wie Gedanken sind. Guck, da kann du weh, so lief der Liebe spielen. Was ein Lache klingt, geht an der Deichstadt liegt. Guck, da kann du weh, ein Schwimmen hinabwandern. Oh, so frei soll ich gehen, so frei soll ich gehen. Oh, so frei soll ich gehen, wie Gedanken sind. Niemand mir am Sonn, mir greifen nur die Sterne. Geht eine andere Welt, wo wir uns all verstehen. Flimmert mir am Sonn, über unsere Grenzen. Oh, so frei soll ich gehen, so frei soll ich gehen. Oh, so frei soll ich gehen, wie Gedanken sind. So frei will ich sein. So wie Gedanken sind.
That's a fine, fresh-looking woman, that Marion Belter. For Switzerland. Got a long way to go yet, in case you think you're getting off easy. There's 23 countries taking part. We're well into the weekend, or indeed the next week. Austria next. Now then, this is the first of 3 songs from which we think, anyway, the winner will come. But then, I've been doing this for 20 years and I've never picked the winner yet. Österreich, Zusammengehen, Going Together. What do you think's the best so far? Malta? Israel? Composer of this is Dieter Bohlen, and the lyrics are by Joachim Hornberger. The performer is Tony Vegas. This is regarded as Austria's best chance since the collapse of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. The conductor is Leon Ives. Going together, we're like a pair of real conspirators. We were always close to the wind. I had some garlic butter on my steak for dinner tonight. You could very glad that you're not close to me this evening. Ah, the Harry Lime, remember? Yes, Orson Welles. Right, good. Austria's Zusammengehen. The conductor is Leon Ives. Good man, Leon. Ready to conduct? Now, keep an eye out for the cellist here because she could be the best thing on it.
Wir waren ein echt verschworenes Team, waren immer hart am Wind. Ich hab gedacht, dass wir vom Weg nie abzubringen sind. Mit uns, das war ne Odyssee. Ich würd so gern noch mal mit dir zusammen gehen zum Horizont. Seh mal together strong. Zusammen gehen, so weit mit dir. An zwei, die sich so liebten, warten noch so viel. Uns war kein Ozean zu groß, kein Abendrot zu weit. Ich glaubte, du lässt mich nie los, nach so einer langen Zeit. Dein Abschied ging verdammt tief rein. Doch morgen werden wir vielleicht zusammen gehen zum Horizont. Seh mal together strong. Zusammen gehen, so weit mit dir. An zwei, die sich so liebten, wartet noch so viel. Zusammen gehen zum Horizont. Seh mal together strong. Zusammen gehen, so weit mit dir. An zwei, die sich so liebten, wartet noch so viel. Zusammen
Big reception in the hall for that. That, as I said, is one of the favourites. And coming up next, another one of them. And immediately after the United Kingdom's entry, another one of them. All three together, that's the way it goes. It is our turn now. Royaume-Uni, One Step at a Time. Words by Tony Ryan, Paul Davis, Victor Stratton, and music as well, of course. It was my pleasure to present them with the award when they won the Song for Europe. 642,000 people voted. Who says nobody's interested in the Song for Europe or the Eurovision? And 90,000 more voted for this than for any other song. So, the people's choice. Pictures of bowling, it brings a tear to the eye here. We've been away for a couple of days. We're looking forward to Michael Ball singing the pants off this one because he is really the class performer here in Malmö in the Ice Stadium. Enormous experience as a star on the West End and on Broadway, and indeed a hit maker in his own right. Originally from Wales, began his career as a dramatic actor. Watch how he attacks this song. What's the weather like in London, Gene? Okay, now the conductor is Ronnie Hazelhurst, who you'll see in a moment. Great anticipation for this. Ronnie directed the orchestra 18 years ago when the Eurovision was staged in Brighton. Great popular figure, flaring lightly, lovely complexion. Here he comes. Watch him attack this. Michael Ball, One Step at a Time for the United Kingdom.
friends say I'm crazy. Night after night I'm waiting. You say that I'm wrong, then you tell me that I'm coming on too strong. One step at a time, one reason to put this love on the line. Again, can't believe that it's true. Now I'm one step at a time. One step at a time. One step at a time. When I sleep, I dream of you. You're in my mind in everything I do. Oh, well, I still don't feel it's over. But I know what's right. I could be with you, holding you tight. Now that you're gone, won't you tell me where I've been going wrong? One step at a time, one reason to put this love on the line. Again, can't believe that it's true. Now I'm one step at a time. Don't walk away, just let your heart decide if love is gonna stay. Oh, I know it's right, just think about it, girl. Move for a while. Another week, another day, when I call you're miles away, and I still don't feel that it's over. One reason to put this love on the line. Again, can't believe that it's true. Now I'm one step at a time.
One step at a time. One step at a time.
One step at a time. One step at a time.
Big reception in the hall for that. The waving Union Jacks. Cost us a fortune, those flags. United Kingdom entry must be one of the favourites for this. One step at a time. Very well performed. Marvellous performance from Michael Ball. And this is another hot one. Ireland never do badly in this contest. They've had a couple of seconds. They've won it a couple of times. They've won it more than a couple of times. In fact, this song is written by a man who's won it a couple of times in his own right, Johnny Logan. Wrote the words and the music to this. And he's also written a Eurovision song, a Eurovision entry that came second for this very girl, Linda Martin. There's a vague look of Stephanie Powers about her. I think I'm reaching the stage in life and I'm beginning to think that everybody looks like everybody else. There's a backing group here of, if I can only take, I think I know him. A backing group of what I take to be Irish bank clerks in this. They are driving the old cattle home down the Boreen. Views of Ireland. Stuart Morris's house in Connemara. and these two boats. The Irish entry is Why Me? Words and music by Johnny himself. And this man, one of the great hardy annuals and heroes of the Eurovision, Noel Keelan. The Irish entry.
Sometimes I watch you passing by my window, and sometimes I watch you passing through my dreams, and sometimes when I look at you, you take my breath away. Sometimes I try and understand your reasons. You choose to feel the way you feel about me. And sometimes when I turn around and you're there like today. And I wanna say, why me? I look at you and I get to feeling, why me? I know it's true, but I can't believe it. I keep on wondering why my love shines in your eyes. Why me? I look at you and I ask myself, why me? Sometimes I lie awake and watch you sleeping and listen to the beating of your heart. And sometimes when you're lying there, you take my breath away. And I wanna say, why me? I look at you and I get to feeling, why me? I know it's true, but I can't believe that it's me who's gonna be holding you in my arms tonight. And why it's me who's gonna be the one to make you feel alright tonight. Why me? I look at you and I get to feeling, why me? I know it's true, but I can't believe it. I keep on wondering why my love shines in your eyes. Why me? I look at you and I ask myself, why me? Why me?
And a good reception for that one, and rightly so too. Johnny Logan can sing him, and he can certainly write him for this contest. Linda Martin. For Ireland. Why me? It's Denmark next. We've got 6 to go. 6 to go before we pause for a little dance, and then the scoring starts, and we all fall back in hysterical laughter. Denmark. Alt det som ingen ser. What nobody sees. My guy got mad and he's gone home, so you're like me, alone at the party. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to depress you. Danish entry is going to be sung by Lottie Nielsen and Kenny Lübke. Lottie in shimmering silver, and Kenny's sporting an Iron Maiden haircut. Hang on, I had no idea there was so much fun in Copenhagen. Good Lord. Carsten Warming is the composer, and he wrote the lyrics as well. And of course, Denmark's most famous son. I've forgotten his name. What's his name? Victor Borger. Thank you, chaps. I wouldn't mind. I've interviewed the man. It's disgraceful. The arranger of the piece of music is Henrik Krogsgaard, and indeed it's Henrik himself, Natty Line in Hankies. He's going to a good man, a perky chap. Danish entry.
Min fyr blev sur, han er gået hjem.
Så er du ligesom mig til fest alene.
Jeg kender ham, der er ingen der på klem.
Så du vil fri nat, skulle jeg mene.
Hør, sig mig, tror du, jeg er en pige, der falder for en ven.
Det vidste jeg, du ville sige. Så hvorfor bliver vi egentlig her? Når alt det som ingen ser, det har ingen undtaget.
Jeg bliver tilbage.
Alt det som ingen ved, det kan ikke komme de andre ved. Forstår du? som ingen ser, det har ingen onde.
For det er okay.
Hvis det til kærlighed, og hvis det kun er os, der vil besked.
Hvad siger du, synes du bare, vi skal gå?
Giv mig en grund til, at vi ikke skal gøre det.
Et øjeblik, mens jeg tager fra den
Her med toer, mens man tager det.
Vi tager en vogn, der er en at få. Hun har standset tid og sted.
Er det ulovligt at satse på en times tid til kærlighed? Nå, alt det som ingen ser, det har ingen onde.
Denne her er værd.
Alt det som ingen ved, det kan ikke komme de andre ved.
Hvad gør vi nu, hvis nogen ser os gå fra festen?
Jo forresten, jeg har et trick, der ikke blameres. Lige her noget, hvor du har fået en enkelt tår, men du skulle have.
Ja, den er god med dig. Nu finder jeg en dør at tage.
Så ingen ser, vi er på vej for. Alt det som ingen ser, det har ingen onde.
Denne her er værd.
Alt det som ingen ved, det kan ikke komme de andre ved.
Du ved, at
Alt det som ingen ser, det har ingen onde.
for det er okay.
Ingen kan lægge sig ned, vi kun et sekund for kærlighed.
Well, we're just across the road from Denmark, and naturally the big crowd of Danes here. I don't think that's a winner for them, but a big enthusiastic reception, and why not? Allt det som ingen ser, what nobody sees. Italy. Now, I like this song from Italy. It's called Rapsodia. And just in case you come in, each country, of course, is taking the opportunity to show off the various delights of its scenery and places. Now, the composer is Giuseppe Dati of the Italian entry, and the lyrics are by Giancarlo Bigazzi. Certainly Giancarlo Bigazzi has written for the Eurovision for Italy before this. The old Trevi fountain. I could give you a burst of 3 coins in the fountain, but it might upset you. This is a melodic song, and I think a very good one. The lady who's singing it is Mia Martini, who's kind of Italy's answer to Edith Piaf. And it sounds as if she gargles with razor blades. This is a woman of very serious teeth. The conductor will be Marco Falagiani. Rapsodia, translated as Rhapsody. One day old lovers meet in the coffee bar, liars but sincere. So this is a dark one, this.
Per favore, una rapsodia con Marco
You shouldn't have bothered getting
Falagiani.
dressed up. Marco Falagiani. Contrary to what you may think, Mia Martini is not singing out of the back of her neck.
Un giorno I vecchi amori si incontrano nei bar, bugiardi ma sinceri a dirsi come va. Magari fuori piove e allora stanno lì pensando chissà dove, chissà perché finì. Un giorno I vecchi amori si dicono l'età, dolcissimi rancori ed altre verità. Chi siamo noi, sperduti qui, così diversi dagli eroi del nostro film, con l'ironia e un po' di guai in questa immensa rapsodia mai. Ma un giorno i vecchi amori si chiedono di più, i sogni e i desideri di un'altra gioventù, e lasciano famiglie, tradiscono gli amici, non vogliono consigli per essere felici. E quando i vecchi amori si lasciano nei mari, diventano canzoni di tanto tempo fa. Chi siamo noi seduti qua ad ascoltare questa vita che non va? Chi siamo noi buttati via in questa immensa e disperata rapsodia? Oh, che siamo noi buttati via in questa immensa e disperata rapsodia.
That's another one that deserves all the applause it's getting. I think that's a smashing song, very class song. Rapsodia for Italy. There's 4 to go. And the Yugoslavian entry is next. There will obviously be a lot of sympathy for Yugoslavia, going through an awful time. And it may well get a lot of sympathy votes. Not that it needs any sympathy as far as the music is concerned. This is a very strong song. Lubim te peshmama. Kissing You With My Songs. It's extraordinary that they've been able to put up an entry like this. And one of such high quality with such a very good performer. Extra Nena. Her real name is Snezanja Beric. And Radivojevic, pardon, is the composer. And Gale Jankovic wrote the lyrics. Along with the aforementioned trio of Austria and the United Kingdom and Ireland, this is a big favourite and regarded as having a great chance of carrying off the Eurovision Song Contest, which would be an amazing coup for Yugoslavia. The arranger of the music is Slobodan Markovic. Ljubim te peshmama. And there is a guest conductor, Anders Berglund, will be conducting.
Dirigent inlånad från Sverige.
And I did warn you about the accordion earlier. The singer is Extra Nena for Yugoslavia.
Boga sam molila, neka mi snage da oprostim ti sve, zaboravim što pre one duge molitve. Još si na mojim usnama, ljubim te pesmama, snovi umorni nas su čekali, ali mi nismo zaspali. Zora je čaše dve,
s nama. Ljubim te bez mama. Snovi umorni nas čekali, ali mi nismo zaspali. Zora je čašete razvila, s nama se ljubavi napila. Lepše je pevala od cigana. O Bože, da sam sve sanjala. Zora je čašete razvila, s nama se ljubavi napila. Lepše je pevala od cigana. O Bože, da sam sve sanjala.
Obviously, a lot of well-deserved applause for that. Isn't that a wonderful set of Viking longship? Those lights are manufactured in Britain, you know. As I said earlier, a huge crowd here who paid a lot of money to sit and applaud these songs. That was Yugoslavia, and this, friends, with 3 to go, is Norway. Visionaire. Visions. Now, Norway's record in the Eurovision isn't all that distinguished, although I must say they took their twice null point with great grace. And indeed, they went on to win the Eurovision a couple of years ago. The Norwegian song is sung by Merete Troyen, who's a plump chicken from Trondheim, who reminds me of Tracy Ullman. I'm at it again, I know. Now, the composer is Robert Morley, which is a side of him I hadn't known about. Actually, despite his English-sounding name, he's a full-blooded Norwegian, born in Oslo, record producer. The lyrics are by Eva Janssen, and the conductor is Rolf Løvland. Visions. Ah, the old snow-covered vistas of Norway. The fjords. Takes a lot to fool me, you know. Outpost on the fjord. Norway. Visionaire, Visions. Rolf Løvland, another one who's dispensed with a bow tie in a rather cavalier way. Merete Troyen.
Visioner fra en drøm gir refleksjoner og en bønn. La fremtiden bli vår. Vi høster bare det vi sår. Hva har vi så forstått av tiden som har gått? Kan fortid bære fremtidens barn? Et sekel lever ut, en ny tid banker på vår dør.
king in Norway. That's calling the old cattle home across the fjords. They've got the old banners out and the flags. Victory for Norway. I don't think so. But as I said before, what do I know? Germany next, and then the Netherlands, and then time for a bit of a spot of a dance and put on the kettle, and then we'll have the scoring. The German entry is called Träume sind für alle da. Dreams are made for everyone. See the young girl at the station standing in the crowd. She believes the next train leaving is surely freedom bound. I expect she does. Ralph Siegel is the composer. The lyrics are by Bernd Meininger. And for the 20 years or so that I've been doing my little bit for the Eurovision, they seem to have been writing the German songs. The performers are Wind, spelled wind, which keeps coming up with extraordinary regularity in this contest. Third time lucky for them. They were in Gothenburg in 1985 and Brussels in 87 for Germany. Well, they're hoping it's going to be third time lucky. Petra Schiese, Sami Khalifa, Stefan Maro, Oliver Hahn, Albert Oberlohr, and Tina Hirstetter. The arranger of the music is Norbert Daum. And indeed, the conducting will be done by him as well for the German entry, Norbert Daum. It was going to be Heri van Hoof. He was a great favourite of mine, but
Dirigent här är
Norbert got it
Daum.
on the frock. He's come here in some parachute silk for us. Very fetching too. Is that shouting supposed to be taking place, or what do you think?
Siehst du dort das junge Mädchen auf dem Bahnsteig stehen? Sie glaubt, eine von den Zügen wird in die Freiheit gehen. Und der Mann, der seinen Job verlor, träumt, dass es allen zeigt, wie Phönix aus der Asche steigt. Träume sind für alle da. Glaub daran und halt sie fest, mit Herz, mit Leib und Seele. Morgen ist ein neuer Tag. Kämpf um deine Träume, dann werden sie auch wahr.
Doch der Alte, der mal reich war, schläft heute unter Brücken ein. Eine Frau denkt an ein Kind und merkt nicht, dass sie weint.
Junge, der ganz einfach fortläuft mit unbekanntem Ziel. Sie alle haben Sehnsucht nach Gefühl. Träume sind für alle da. Glaub daran und halt sie fest, mit Herz, mit Leib und Seele. Morgen ist ein neuer Tag. Kämpf um deine Träume, dann werden sie auch wahr.
Es ist niemals ganz zu spät, es ist niemals ganz vorbei.
Manchmal kann ein Traum ein neuer Anfang sein. Träume sind für alle da.
Träume sind für alle da.
Glaub daran und halt sie fest, mit Herz, mit Leib und Seele. Morgen ist ein neuer Tag. Kämpf um deine Träume, dann werden sie auch wahr.
German entry. One more song to go. Crowd on their feet down here. I'm not sure that that frock was an entire success for the young lady there. Still Wind, and that'll do well for Germany, I'm sure. One more song, it's the Netherlands entry. Weis me de Weg. I'm going to have a run at this composer's name. Edwin Schwimmscheimer. Sounds like he should be coming from Brooklyn. Old Edwin Schwimmscheimer wrote the lyrics as well. Well, this is Holland, and those are. You don't need me to tell you what those are. Now, I have to tell you plenty of time that there is another accordion in this. Views of old Holland, the old skaters. And we've had a canal or two, I know. Humphrey Campbell is going to sing this. Well, it says Humphrey Campbell, but it appears to be more than one of them, if you see what I mean. Weis me de Weg, show me the way. I've searched for myself in all four corners of the world, such is my life. You can see the problem he'll have because, as I said, he appears to be suffering from more than a split personality, because there appears to be three of him. You'll see in a moment. Actually, the conductor for this is Harry van Hoof. I don't like to do a Eurovision Song Contest without him. The final song.
Harry van Hoof.
There he is. I call him Harry. But anyway, have a look at these three. Humphrey Campbell. They're all called Humphrey Campbell.
Ik heb mezelf gezocht in boeken en op de treppen. Zo is mijn leven. Maar hoe ver je ook zoekt, de waarheid is niemand gegeven. Bij de hand, wijs me de weg naar mensen om me heen. Leer me te zien dat het anders kan en bovendien met een beter plan. Wijs me de weg voor iedereen. Ik heb mezelf gezocht hier en in andere landen. En ben op zoek geweest naar vrienden voor altijd. Ik vond de waarheid, maar heb haar weer zien stranden. Dit was een dromen, gestolen door de tijd. Wat is dit leven? Hoe ver kun je komen? Wie kan je helpen? Gevoel of verstand? De weg die je zoekt in jezelf. Houd mij dan, sta niet stil, laat je leven. Wijs me de weg. Mijn eigen zin, wijs me de weg naar een nieuw begin. Wijs me de weg naar de liefde voor altijd. Wijs me de
That's it, the final song. And there's Mr. Campbell himself, all three of them. And the Dutch entry. And that's it. You've seen and heard all 23 of them. And what chance do you give the United Kingdom of winning it this year?
Det var de 23
Lydia
bidragen
and
det,
Harold.
och vi ska strax gå igång med en förhoppningsvis spännande omröstning.
And they're closing the album.
Men jurygrupperna runt
And
om
putting
i
away that
Europa
little
behöver
bird, thank
fundera
goodness.
lite, sammanställa sina resultat, fundera vem som ska få sina 12 poäng och så.
Oh.
Så
We're
under
going to have a
tiden
little
tänkte vi
dance.
bjuda på lite
Well, actually not a little
dans här
dance.
från
We're going to
scen, nämligen
a
ett
century of
sekel i
dance.
dans.
Frågar man en internationell publik
Showing
vad som är
all sorts of
typiskt
aspects of the
svenskt,
dance,
så får man ofta
jitterbug,
till svar
charleston,
Ingmar
rock and
Bergman
roll,
eller Björn
and
Borg.
starting with
Och det
an
stämmer
old
bra.
Swedish
Det är
country
tur kanske att
dance
det är så få som
with a
känner
three-beat
till
rhythm and accompanied by
surströmming.
encouraging shouts from the musicians and probably people in the hall as well. According to legend, it's led by the devil himself, or Nicken, old Nicken, as he's sometimes called by the Swedes. It's a hambo. It's a hambo. So we start off the century of dance with typically Swedish hambo, and then slowly move on via influences from abroad, present time, dances and music. And the stars of this will be David Johnson and Teresa Ibrahim. David is from California, but is of Swedish descent. And David and Teresa have been dancing together for many a year, and there's lots of action on this, and it starts a little charming black and white film with the hambo. So for about 8.5 minutes, enjoy the music. It gives the juries time to get together and decide who they're going to vote for, and for the assessors to add up the votes. Enjoy your hambo, and we'll be right back.
sitter i en greyhound-buss. Alla bär på en röd, the American dream. Men längtan är svår, så svår, så svår för mig. Jag vill ha lite spänning i mitt liv. Must have been love, but it's over now. Must have been good, but I lost it somehow. It must have been love, but it's over now. It's where the water flows. It's where the wind blows.
The Alpha will move and make a body rock.
To the lucky people, send listen to your brother. Yeah. To the lucky people, send listen to your brother. Yeah. Do you believe in me? I'm yours, you're mine. And though you refuse to see, I'll be behind you.
Well, that's it. That came as something of a surprise to everybody, that quick ending, because our presenters entered in shadow there. That's a century of dance in the old Hambo. I hope you enjoyed that. There's a lot of activity. Fellas darting back and forward off stage. Sort of ruined the illusion there of the old longboat.
And as so many times before, the counting will be supervised by Mr. Frank Neff. The Eurovision Song Contest is in many ways the work of Mr. Frank Neff. What is it, Frank? How many years have you been responsible?
15 years.
15 years. This is his 15th years as responsible. Regretfully, it's also your last year, I heard. Do you know, by the way, how many goals Switzerland made towards Sweden in the hockey?
Well, the honor won.
Only one. And Sweden made 4, so Sweden's in the final.
Little local knowledge there.
Still, Switzerland was on semi-final, which is not bad.
Oh, that's good.
Can we stick with the song
Tell me,
contest,
Frank,
lads?
what will happen with the Eurovision Song Contest in the future?
My God, I forgot my crystal ball. But still, certainly, probably the status quo will remain for 93. And we look forward to analyze a new formula for the newcomers from East and West from Europe. And this is working out by EBU in due course.
Thank you.
Now, last but not least, I'd like, on behalf of the EBU Secretary General and the Director of Television, to warmly, and I insist on the word warmly, thank the Swedish television for this remarkable and perfect organization of the show.
Thank you.
Now, we have to agree with that. It's a first-class production, this. Beautifully lit, wonderful staging.
Well,
It's just one word. It's also my privilege to pay tribute to two colleagues of mine and two friends same time, who worked for 15 years with me, Marie-Claire Donnet and Brian Flauser, the technical voting controller.
Anyway, during the years, Frank Neff has seen hundreds of artists participate, and they have received flowers, presents, and so on. But he has never received anything himself, so tonight we are going to change that.
Presentation made by Carola, of course, who won the contest last year for Sweden, and whom we saw at the beginning of the contest. Frank Neff. The virtually legendary Frank Neff, who has been the moving force behind the Eurovision Song Contest for so long now, and whose last year
now
this is.
let's start the voting. I presume you all know the rules by now. It's the same procedure as last year. It's the same procedure as every year. Each jury gives points to 10 countries, starting up with 1 point, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, and 12 points.
And first country to call is Spain. Hello, Madrid. Buenas noches, España. Can you read me? Bonsoir.
Bonsoir, Malmö. Voici les résultats du jury espagnol. Irlande, 1 point.
Irlande, 1 point.
First point
Ireland,
of this
1
year's
point.
Eurovision Song Contest goes to Ireland.
Autriche, 2 points.
Autriche, 2 points. Austria, 2 points.
Belgique, 3 points.
Belgique, 3 points. Belgium, 3 points.
Danemark, 4 points.
Denmark, 4 points.
Royaume-Uni,
Denmark, 4 points.
Denmark, 4 points.
Royaume-Uni, 5 points.
Le Royaume-Uni, 5 points. United Kingdom, 5 points.
France, 6 points.
La France, 6 points. France, 6 points.
Pays-Bas, 7 points.
Les Pays-Bas, 7 points. Netherlands, 7 points.
Islande, 8 points.
Islande, 8 points. Iceland, 8 points.
Israël, 10 points.
Israel, 10 points. Israel, 10 points.
Et Malte, 12 points.
Et Malte, 12 points. Malta, 12 points.
Well, it is the scoring
Thank
that's
you
always
very
the
much.
high
Muchas
point of the Eurovision
gracias,
Song
Madrid.
Contest. Because it's so confusing
country
and so
coming up?
eccentric. But anyway,
Belgium,
Malta got the top
la
points there, as you
Belgique.
saw.
Bonsoir, Bruxelles.
Bonsoir Lydia, bonsoir Harald, bonsoir Malmö. Ici Bruxelles pour les votes du jury belge. Espagne, 1 point.
Espagne, 1 point. Spain, 1 point.
Pays-Bas, 2 points.
Les Pays-Bas, 2 points. Netherlands, 2 points.
Norvège, 3 points.
La Norvège, 3 points. Norway, 3 points.
Islande, 4 points.
L'Islande, 4 points. Iceland, 4 points.
Suisse, 5 points.
La Suisse, 5 points. Switzerland, 5 points.
Allemagne, 6 points.
Allemagne, 6 points. Germany, 6 points.
Irlande, 7 points.
Irlande, 7 points. Ireland, 7 points.
Autriche, 8 points.
L'Autriche, 8 points. Austria, 8 points.
Malte, 10 points.
Malte, 10 points. Malta, 10 points.
Et Royaume-Uni,
Oh, top points for the United Kingdom.
Et finalement, le Royaume-Uni, 12 points. United Kingdom, 12
That's
points.
the United Kingdom table.
Merci
Backing
beaucoup.
singers you can see there.
belge, bonne fête soirée, au
And that
revoir.
puts Malta in the lead at
Bonsoir.
22, United Kingdom in second place with 17.
We have Malta atop with 22 points. When I call Israel, Israel, good evening.
And you'll be pleased to know that Norway will not have 0 points this year.
And here are the results of the Israeli jury. Finland, 1 point.
1 point. La Finlande, 1 point.
The United Kingdom, 2 points.
United Kingdom, 2 points. Royaume-Uni, 2 points.
Cyprus, 3 points.
Cyprus, 3 points. Chypre, 3 points.
Iceland, 4 points.
Iceland, 4 points. Islande, 4 points.
The Netherlands, 5 points.
The Netherlands, 5 points. Pays-Bas, 5 points.
Denmark, 6 points.
Denmark, 6 points. Le Danemark, 6 points.
Greece, 7 points.
Greece, 7 points. La Grèce, 7 points.
Portugal, 8 points.
Portugal, 8 points. Le Portugal, 8 points.
Yugoslavia, 10 points.
Yugoslavia, 10 points. La Yougoslavie, 10 points.
And France, 12 points.
The glorious uncertainty of this
12
contest.
points. La
The
France,
most eccentric
12
collection of votes I've seen for a long time.
Of the Israeli jury, Shalom from Jerusalem.
Shalom.
Disappointing
Thank you
result
very
for the
much.
United Kingdom there from Israel, but still.
And after the Israeli jury voting, Malta is still in lead with 22 points. And now I say
UK in
bonsoir
second place
Ankara,
with
la
19,
Turquie,
and
bonsoir.
in third place France with
Bonsoir
18.
Malmo, merci pour l'agréable soirée. Et voici donc les résultats du jury turc. L'Espagne, 1 point.
Espagne, 1 point. Spain, 1 point.
L'Israël, 2 points.
Israël, 2 points. Israel, 2 points.
La France, 3 points.
La France, 3 points. France, 3 points.
La Belgique, 4 points.
La Belgique, 4 points. Belgium, 4 points.
L'Italie, 5 points.
L'Italie, 5 points.
That's the first marks for
Italy,
Italy.
5 points.
Only Luxembourg with 0 so
La
far.
Yougoslavie, 6 points.
La Yougoslavie, 6 points. Yugoslavia, 6 points.
Les Pays-Bas, 7 points.
Les Pays-Bas, 7 points. Netherlands, 7 points.
La Grèce, 8 points.
La Grèce, 8 points. Greece, 8 points.
Royaume-Uni, 10 points.
Le Royaume-Uni, 10 points.
That should put the United Kingdom in the
10
lead.
points.
Et l'Irlande, 12 points.
And Ireland getting a decent score at last, and no more than they deserve.
Ireland, 12
Top points for Ireland at 20, that brings them into the running. United
Jury
Kingdom in the lead with 29. Malta dropping back to second place with 22. And then France with 21, and Ireland with 20, Netherlands with 21 as well.
Top with 29 points right now.
Well, Michael Ball's performance
When I
is really
say
lifting the scoring for the
good evening,
United Kingdom
Greece,
song.
do you hear me, Malmö?
Καλησπέρα από την Αθήνα. Hello Malmo, Athens calling. Here are the results of the Greek jury. Yugoslavia, 1 point.
Yugoslavia, 1 point. La Yougoslavie, 1 point.
Portugal, 2 points.
Portugal, 2 points. Le Portugal, 2 points.
Italy, 3 points.
Italy, 3 points. L'Italie, 3 points.
Spain, 4 points.
Spain, 4 points. L'Espagne, 4 points.
Netherlands, 5 points.
Netherlands, 5 points. Les Pays-Bas, 5 points.
Iceland, 6 points.
Iceland, 6 points. Islande, 6 points.
Malta, 7 points.
Malta, 7 points. Malte, 7 points.
Austria, 8 points.
Austria, 8 points. L'Autriche, 8 points.
Cyprus, 10 points.
Cyprus, 10 points. Chypre, 10 points.
And Ireland, 12 points.
And Ireland,
No votes for the
12
United
points.
Kingdom there from
Irlande,
Greece. It's
2
traditional for
points.
Greece and Cyprus to vote for each other.
That completes the points
And
of
that
the
puts
Greek
Ireland
jury.
into the lead.
Okay,
32,
thank
as
you
you
very
can see.
much.
Malta, United Kingdom, Netherlands, Iceland. Turkey, Sweden and Luxembourg have failed to score so far.
Bonsoir Malmö, bonsoir à tous. Voici le résultat du vote du jury français. Suède, 1 point.
La Suède, 1 point. Sweden,
First
1
point
point.
for the home team.
2 points.
Chypre, 2 points. Cyprus, 2 points.
Belgique, 3 points.
La Belgique, 3 points. Belgium, 3 points.
Les Pays-Bas, 4 points.
Les Pays-Bas, 4 points. Netherlands, 4 points.
La Yougoslavie, 5 points.
La Yougoslavie, 5 points. Yugoslavia, 5 points.
L'Espagne, 6 points.
L'Espagne, 6 points. Spain, 6 points.
La Grèce, 7 points.
La Grèce, 7 points. Greece, 7 points.
Israël, 8 points.
Israël, 8 points. Israel, 8 points.
Royaume-Uni, 10 points.
Le Royaume-Uni,
Oh,
10
10 points from
United
France.
Kingdom, 10 points.
To the United Kingdom.
Et l'Italie, 12 points.
And the top mark to Italy,
Italy,
20.
12
Unsurprisingly, has been doing so
Finally,
badly.
Italy with the 12
I'm equally
points.
surprised that Netherlands has been doing so well. United Kingdom are in the lead with 39 points.
Merci beaucoup. Bonsoir.
Wonderful.
Once again, United Kingdom at top with 39 points. When I call Sweden, Gothenburg, tjenare, hur är läget?
Tjenare, själv Harald, det är bra. Tjena Lydia. Good evening Malmö and very welcome in our exclusive club of Eurovision Song Contest host cities. This is the Göteborg calling with the results of the Swedish jury. Austria, 1 point.
Austria, 1 point. L'Autriche, 1 point.
Norway, 2 points.
Norway, 2 points. La Norvège, 2 points.
Greece, 3 points.
Greece, 3 points. La Grèce, 3 points.
Israel, 4 points.
Israel, 4 points. Israël, 4 points.
United Kingdom, 5 points.
United Kingdom, 5 points. Royaume-Uni, 5 points.
Iceland, 6 points.
Iceland, 6 points. Islande, 6 points.
Denmark, 7 points.
Denmark, 7 points. Le Danemark, 7 points.
Italy, 8 points.
Italy, 8 points. L'Italie, 8 points.
Ireland, 10 points.
Ireland, 10 points. Irlande, 10 points.
And finally, Malta, 12 points.
Malta, 12 points. Malte, 12 points.
Well, it's
And that
shaping up
completes the points
to be
of
the close
Swedish
contest we
jury.
always
Good
thought
night,
and hoped it
Malmö.
would be between the United Kingdom and Ireland and Malta in a very strong position.
And still in lead, United Kingdom with 44 points. Next country coming up, Portugal. Bonsoir, Lisboa.
Bonsoir Malmo, ici Lisbonne. Voici les résultats du jury portugais. Danemark, 1 point.
Danemark, 1 point. Denmark, 1 point.
Chypre, 2 points.
Chypre, 2 points. Cyprus, 2 points.
Autriche, 3 points.
L'Autriche, 3 points. Austria, 3 points.
Irlande, 4 points.
L'Irlande, 4 points. Ireland, 4 points.
Grèce, 5 points.
La Grèce, 5 points. Greece, 5 points.
Islande, 6 points.
L'Islande, 6 points. Iceland, 6 points.
Israël, 7 points.
Israël, 7 points. Israel, 7 points.
L'Italie, 8 points.
L'Italie, 8 points. Italy, 8 points.
Allemagne, 10 points.
L'Allemagne, 10 points. Germany, 10 points.
Malte, 12 points.
Finally, Malte.
Well, the scoring
12 points.
from the
Malta,
various
12
juries
points.
is making it an extremely close contest.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Malta now in the lead.
I say good evening, Cyprus.
Hello, Mama.
Hello.
This is Nicosia, and here are the results of the Cyprus jury. Malta, 1 point.
Malta, 1 point. Malte, 1 point.
Yugoslavia, 2 points.
Yugoslavia, 2 points. La Yougoslavie, 2 points.
France, 3 points.
France, 3 points. La France, 3 points.
Israel, 4 points.
Israël, 4 points. Israël, 4 points.
Ireland, 5 points.
Ireland, 5 points. Irlande, 5 points.
United Kingdom, 6 points.
United Kingdom, 6 points. Royaume-Uni, 6 points.
Netherlands, 7 points.
Netherlands, 7 points. Les Pays-Bas, 7 points.
Austria, 8 points.
Austria, 8 points. L'Autriche, 8 points.
Italy, 10 points.
Italy, 10 points. L'Italie, 10 points.
Greece, 12 points.
And finally, Greece, 12
Well,
points.
Cyprus and Greece have done it again,
12 points.
giving each other pretty well maximum
The
marks.
results of the Cyprus jury. Good night, Mama.
And this means
Thank
Malta
you. Cyprus,
are still in the lead with
Malta,
54, Ireland in second place with
We
51,
go on, and that's the country to call.
and the United Kingdom in
Malta,
third place with
can you
50.
hear me?
Bonsoir,
Italy are
Malmo.
still there, Greece
Good
too.
evening, Malmo. This is Valletta calling. Here are the results of the Maltese jury. Cyprus, 1 point.
Cyprus, 1 point.
Cyprus and Malta
Chypre,
gave each other 1 point.
Spain, 2 points.
Spain, 2 points. L'Espagne, 2 points.
Yugoslavia, 3 points.
Yugoslavia, 3 points. La Yougoslavie, 3 points.
Austria, 4 points.
Austria, 4 points. L'Autriche, 4 points.
Italy, 5 points.
Italy, 5 points. L'Italie, 5 points.
United Kingdom, 6 points.
United Kingdom, 6 points. Royaume-Uni, 6 points.
Israel, 7 points.
Israel, 7 points. Israël, 7 points.
Turkey, 8 points.
Turkey, 8 points. La Turquie, 8 points.
Luxembourg, 10 points.
Luxembourg, 10
Luxembourg's
points.
first marks also come from Malta, 10 points. Who's the 12 points going to?
Ireland,
To Ireland,
12 points.
puts them in the lead.
12 points. L'Irlande, 12 points.
63. United Kingdom's 56. Malta, 54. The lead is really changing hands all the time between
Thank you
Malta,
very much.
United Kingdom, and Ireland.
And now Ireland in lead with 63 points. Just a moment.
De vote en provenance de Luxembourg.
Merci. But you are too early, aren't you?
No. It's too early now. You have to call Reykjavik, please.
Yes. God kväll, Island.
Gott kväll to Malmö. This is Reykjavik calling. Here are the results of the Icelandic jury. Norway, 1 point.
Norway, 1 point. La Norvège, 1 point.
Greece, 2 points.
Greece, 2 points. La Grèce, 2 points.
Netherlands, 3 points.
Netherlands, 3 points. Les Pays-Bas, 3 points.
United Kingdom, 4 points.
United Kingdom, 4 points. Le Royaume-Uni, 4
Disappointing
points.
score from Iceland for the United Kingdom. We've got to do better than this if we're going to stay up
5
there.
points.
Yugoslavia, 5 points. La Yougoslavie, 5 points.
Denmark, 6 points.
Denmark, 6 points. Denmark, 6 points.
Ireland, 7 points.
Ireland, 7 points. L'Irlande, 7 points.
Malta, 8 points.
Malta, 8 points. Malte, 8 points.
Italy, 10 points.
Italy, 10 points. L'Italie, 10 points.
And Switzerland, 12 points.
From Mars to Switzerland,
12
from
points.
Iceland.
La Suisse, 12 points.
Well, you can see the scores
That
there.
completes the votes of the Icelandic
With the
jury.
lead changing all the
Thank
time,
you
but
and good
Ireland
night.
holding the
Thank
lead
you,
at the
good
moment
night.
at 70, Malta with 62, United Kingdom,
now
sorry, Italy with
Ireland again
61.
in the
Italy
lead,
made a slow
70
start, but they're doing well at the
points. When I
moment,
call
and the United Kingdom in
Finland
4th
and
place.
Helsinki. Good evening, Finland.
Good evening, Malmö. This is Helsinki calling with the result of the Finnish jury. Norway, 1 point.
Norway, 1 point. La Norvège, 1 point.
Portugal, 2 points.
Portugal, 2 points. Le Portugal, 2 points.
Spain, 3 points.
Spain, 3 points. L'Espagne, 3 points.
Yugoslavia, 4 points.
Yugoslavia, 4 points. La Yougoslavie, 4 points.
Greece, 5 points.
Greece, 5 points. La Grèce, 5 points.
United Kingdom, 6 points.
United Kingdom, 6 points. Royaume-Uni, 6 points.
France, 7 points.
France, 7 points. La France, 7 points.
Cyprus, 8 points.
Cyprus, 8 points. Chypre, 8 points.
Ireland, 10 points.
Ireland, 10 points. L'Irlande, 10 points.
And Italy, 12 points.
And Italy, 12 points.
As I said, Italy is making a late burst here,
Points.
and is now in second place. Malta falling off a bit, as indeed is the United Kingdom. Ireland is taking the lead, but not by much. It's ahead by 7 points over Italy. And the United Kingdom is in third place. Malta in fourth.
Window.
Thank you. And the next country, bonsoir, Zurich.
Bonsoir Malmö, bonsoir Lydia. Voici les résultats du jury suisse. Pays-Bas, 1 point.
Les Pays-Bas, 1 point. Netherlands, 1 point.
Chypre, 2 points.
Chypre, 2 points. Cyprus, 2 points.
Islande, 3 points.
Islande, 3 points. Iceland, 3 points.
Israël, 4 points.
Israël, 4 points. Israel, 4 points.
Malte, 5 points.
Malte, 5 points. Malta, 5 points.
Irlande, 6 points.
L'Irlande, 6 points. Ireland, 6 points.
Italie, 7 points.
L'Italie, 7 points. Italy, 7 points.
Royaume-Uni, 8 points.
Le Royaume-Uni, 8 points. United Kingdom, 8 points.
Still keeps us in the running.
Grèce, 10 points.
La Grèce, 10 points. Greece, 10 points.
Et la France, 12 points.
Finalement, la France, 12 points. France, 12 points.
Top marks for France from Switzerland.
Bonsoir Malmö.
Have a look at that. Ireland is still in the lead by 6
Et
points from
maintenant,
Italy.
le Luxembourg,
Pity
bonsoir.
Italy didn't start more strongly. They might well have been in the lead themselves by now. Still, well done Ireland, and in third place, United Kingdom.
Belgique, 1 point.
La Belgique, 1 point. Belgium, 1 point.
Yougoslavie, 2 points.
La Yougoslavie, 2 points. Yugoslavia, 2 points.
Espagne, 3 points.
L'Espagne, 3 points. Spain, 3 points.
Norvège, 4 points.
La Norvège, 4 points. Norway, 4 points.
Islande, 5 points.
Islande, 5 points. Iceland, 5 points.
Danemark, 6 points.
Le Danemark, 6 points. Denmark, 6 points.
Royaume-Uni, 7 points.
Le Royaume-Uni, 7 points. United Kingdom, 7 points.
Israël, 8 points.
Israël, 8 points. Israel, 8 points.
Irlande, 10 points.
L'Irlande, 10 points. Ireland, 10 points.
Et Malte, 12 points.
Et Malte, 12 points.
It's been a while since
gets
Malta
the
got
12
some
points.
decent marks.
C'était le vote
They get to
du jury
79.
luxembourgeois.
Ireland look to be
bonne
building a
soirée.
commanding lead now at 96 points, getting good marks from most
Between
of
Ireland
the
with
voting
lead with
teams.
96, and we have United Kingdom, Italy, and Malta with good points. When I call Austria, good evening, Austria.
Yes, good evening, Malmo. This is Vienna. Here are the results of the Austrian jury. Israel, 1 point.
Israel, 1 point. Israël, 1 point.
Spain, 2 points.
Spain, 2 points. L'Espagne, 2 points.
Denmark, 3 points.
Denmark, 3 points. Le Danemark, 3 points.
Greece, 4 points.
Greece, 4 points. La Grèce, 4 points.
Netherlands, 5 points.
Netherlands, 5 points. Les Pays-Bas, 5 points.
Italy, 6 points.
Italy, 6 points. L'Italie, 6 points.
Iceland, 7 points.
Iceland, 7 points. Islande, 7 points.
Malta, 8 points.
Malta, 8 points. Malte, 8 points.
Ireland, 10 points.
Ireland, 10 points. L'Irlande, 10 points.
And finally, United Kingdom, 12.
4 marks to United Kingdom
United
from
Kingdom,
Austria.
12 points.
But whether Ireland have built up too big a lead to be assailed remains to be seen. Of course, it's the United Kingdom jury to vote next.
Good night, Vienna.
And really, it's all up to the United Kingdom jury. If they give 4 marks to Ireland,
106
I think
points.
probably that's
And
going to
after
sew it
that,
up for them.
The
We'll
neighbors,
see.
United Kingdom with 93.
And United Kingdom is next country to call. Hello, United Kingdom. Good evening. Hello, United Kingdom. Malmö calling.
Don't tell me Colin Berry and the boys have gone
London.
home.
Yes, London.
Are you there?
Malmö is here.
Hang on, I think you shouldn't be talking to Frank Neff, sir. Harold and Frank are conducting a
Seems to
dialogue.
be something
Shall we
strange
continue,
here.
Frank?
Shall we try next country? No.
Somebody's
Go
knocking
down
on my
again.
box here. I can't. I wish I could vote
good
for
evening.
somebody, but I'm not
Good
being
evening.
allowed.
Make contact. This is BBC London calling. Here are the results of the United Kingdom
Thank
jury.
heaven you're here, Colin.
Spain, 1 point.
Spain, 1 point. L'Espagne, 1 point.
Netherlands, 2 points.
Netherlands, 2 points. Les Pays-Bas, 2 points.
Denmark, 3 points.
Denmark, 3 points. Le Danemark, 3 points.
Switzerland, 4 points.
Switzerland, 4 points. La Suisse, 4 points.
Norway, 5 points.
Norway, 5 points. La Norvège, 5 points.
Germany, 6 points.
Germany, 6 points. L'Allemagne, 6 points.
Israel, 7 points.
Israel, 7 points. Israel, 7 points.
Ireland, 8 points.
Ireland, 8
Good
points.
marks from the United Kingdom jury for Ireland.
8 points.
Austria, 10 points.
Austria, 10 points. L'Autriche, 10 points.
Iceland, 12 points.
Iceland, 12 points. L'Islande, 12 points.
And that completes the points of the United Kingdom jury. Glad we made contact with you. Good night to you in Malmo.
Good night, London.
Thanks to
Thank
Colin Berry and the United Kingdom jury. And that means Ireland are further in the lead.
Ireland now. Good evening, Dublin.
114
You're in the
points. They
lead
can't vote for
with,
themselves, of course.
114
Well in the
points
lead with the United
also.
Kingdom in second place with
We have your
93.
results.
And then Malta with 87 and Italy with 86.
Dublin calling, and here are the results of the Irish jury. Switzerland, 1 point.
Switzerland, 1 point. La Suisse, 1 point.
Germany, 2 points.
Germany, 2 points. L'Allemagne, 2 points.
Turkey, 3 points.
Turkey, 3 points. La Turquie, 3 points.
Yugoslavia, 4 points.
Yugoslavia, 4 points. La Yougoslavie, 4 points.
France, 5 points.
France, 5 points. La France, 5 points.
Cyprus, 6 points.
Cyprus, 6 points. Chypre, 6 points.
United Kingdom, 7 points.
United Kingdom, 7 points. Le Royaume-Uni, 7 points.
Well, even, Stephen. We gave them 8. They've given us 7.
Netherlands, 8 points. Les Pays-Bas, 8 points.
14 points in it between
Malta,
Ireland and the
10
United
points.
Kingdom.
Malta, 10 points.
And we're
Malta,
running out of
10
countries.
points.
And Austria, 12 points.
Austria, 12 points. L'Autriche, 12 points.
And that concludes the vote from the Irish jury.
Thank you very much and good night.
Good night.
Still Ireland in the lead, though, when I call Denmark. Good evening, Denmark.
God kväll, Malmö. Good evening. Bonsoir, Malmö. Copenhagen, just a few miles away, calling. Here are the results of the Danish jury. Spain, 1 point.
Spain, 1 point. L'Espagne, 1 point.
Israel, 2 points.
Israel, 2 points. Israël, 2 points.
Germany, 3 points.
Germany, 3 points. L'Allemagne, 3 points.
And Sweden, 4 points.
And
Thank heaven.
Sweden, 4 points. La
Thank heaven for that. Sweden only got 1 point up to that. Been embarrassing for the host country, particularly as they've staged the thing so well.
5 points.
Iceland, 5 points. L'Islande, 5 points.
Norway, 6 points.
Norway, 6 points. La Norvège, 6 points.
Austria, 7 points.
Austria, 7 points. L'Autriche, 7 points.
Malta, 8 points.
Malta, 8 points. Malte, 8 points.
Ireland, 10 points.
Ireland, 10 points.
Now, who does Denmark give the top mark to?
8 points.
And United Kingdom.
To us.
3 points.
And United Kingdom.
That's making it
12
closer.
points.
12 points in it now.
Points.
And that completes
We
the
did
points
think it
of
was
the
going to be a
Danish
close
jury.
contest, and
Once
so
more,
it has
two.
proven.
Hey, Sverige.
Hey, Denmark.
It's Ireland, United
There's
Kingdom, and
still
then
no
Malta.
doubt about
All
it.
very
Ireland
close.
is on top with 124 points. Adesso Italia, buonasera Italia, buonasera Roma, ciao.
Hello, Malmo. Hello.
Hello?
Right is calling Malmo.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Bonsoir.
There's an echo in here.
Bonsoir.
Yes, definitely. It's not Toto again, is it?
Votre résultat de jury italienne.
Merci.
Portugal, 1 point.
Le Portugal, 1 point. Portugal, 1 point.
Irlande, 2 points.
L'Irlande, 2 points. Ireland, 2 points.
Malta, 3 points.
Malta, 3 points. Malta, 3 points.
Chypre, 4 points.
Chypre, 4 points. Cyprus, 4 points.
Islande, 5 points.
Could you repeat that?
Islande,
Iceland.
5 points.
Islande, 5 points. Iceland, 5 points.
France, 6 points.
La France, 6 points. France, 6 points.
Espagne, 7 points.
Espagne, 7 points. Spain, 7 points.
Royaume-Uni, 8 points.
Le Royaume-Uni, 8 points. United Kingdom, 8 points.
Leaving us 6 points behind the leaders,
10
Ireland.
points.
La Suisse, 10 points. Switzerland, 10 points.
Grèce, 12 points.
La Grèce, 12 points. Greece, 12
Well, the
points.
voting here is like a scattergun.
Ceci se termine
All over the place.
joué par la jury
Nobody's got
italienne.
0 points. Sweden are of 5 and Finland have 1.
Yugoslavia. Good evening.
4
Yugoslavia.
countries to go to vote. Can the United
Good
Kingdom
evening,
catch Ireland's
Malmö.
6-point
This is
lead?
Belgrade calling. I'm sure our votes are going to add some excitement to what's been happening on the scoreboard.
You think so?
So, here are the results of the Yugoslav jury. Norway, 1 point.
Norway, 1 point.
Ireland,
Excuse me.
2 points.
Excuse me. I
Stop,
have to
stop,
repeat.
stop. Repeat before.
Yes. La Norvège, 1 point.
Ireland, 2 points.
Ireland, 2 points. L'Irlande, 2 points.
Finland, 3 points.
Finland, 3 points. La Finlande, 3 points.
Sweden, 4 points.
Sweden, 4 points. La Suède, 4 points.
It's really going to their heads now. They got 9
Portugal.
points.
5 points.
Portugal, 5 points. Le Portugal, 5 points.
Turkey, 6 points.
Turkey, 6 points. La Turquie, 6 points.
Greece, 7 points.
Greece, 7 points. La Grèce, 7 points.
Cyprus, 8 points.
Cyprus, 8 points. Chypre, 8 points.
Malta, 10 points.
Malta, 10 points. Malte, 10 points.
And Israel, 12 points.
No marks for the United Kingdom there,
12 points.
meaning Ireland in the lead by 8.
15 points.
UK in second place, 120. Malta coming up on the rails with 118.
Good night, Belgrade.
3 more
Thank
to
you.
vote.
No one still can't beat
It really
Ireland
is close
on
at
top
the
with
moment.
128. And as a surprise, United Kingdom at second place with 120. Malta, Italy and Greece next. Norge,
Of course,
god
the Irish
kväll.
singer Jessica Martin.
Good
God kväll,
evening.
Malmö. Here are the points from the Norwegian jury. Iceland, 1 point.
Iceland, 1 point. Islande, 1 point.
Israel, 2 points.
Israel, 2 points. Israël, 2 points.
Cyprus, 3 points.
Cyprus, 3 points. Chypre, 3 points.
Netherlands, 4 points.
Netherlands, 4 points. Les Pays-Bas, 4 points.
Spain, 5 points.
Spain, 5 points. L'Espagne, 5 points.
Denmark, 6 points.
Denmark, 6 points. Le Danemark, 6 points.
Ireland, 7 points.
Ireland, 7 points. L'Irlande, 7 points.
Greece, 8 points.
Greece, 8 points. La Grèce, 8 points.
France, 10 points.
France, 10 points. La France, 10 points.
And finally, Italy, 12 points.
Italy, 12 points. Finalement, Italie, 12 points.
Well, we've only got two
And
more
let's
countries
go
to go.
slow. Bye-bye,
And
Malmö.
it's going to be very difficult for the United Kingdom now to close that gap on
Okay, you
Ireland
can
with
all see.
135 points. That
I,
last
call Germany. Good
scoring
evening, Germany.
spread the lead a bit.
Good evening, Malmö. Leipzig calling.
And Ireland seem to be drawing away from the United Kingdom and Malta.
Italy, 1 point.
Italy, 1 point. L'Italie, 1 point.
Yugoslavia, 2 points.
Yugoslavia, 2 points. La Yougoslavie, 2 points.
France, 3 points.
France, 3 points. La France, 3 points.
Israel, 4 points.
Israel, 4 points. Israël, 4 points.
Denmark, 5 points.
Denmark, 5 points. Le Danemark, 5 points.
Iceland, 6 points.
Iceland, 6 points. Islande, 6 points.
Netherlands, 7 points.
The Netherlands, 7 points. Les Pays-Bas, 7 points.
Portugal, 8 points.
Portugal, 8 points. Le Portugal, 8 points.
Ireland, 10 points.
Ireland, 10
I'm
points.
no mathematician, but I'd say it's all over. I'd say you're looking at the winner, Jessica Martin.
And finally,
It looks as if Johnny Logan has done it again.
And United Kingdom.
And we got the
12
top mark there, but I think it's too late.
12 points.
Michael Ball,
the points of the German jury.
Yes, it does.
obviously going to
Thank
take it
you
in a
very
philosophical
much.
way.
So,
It's not bad. He's 13 points behind. We can't catch it.
we
Ireland
can't
have won
be too
it.
happy yet.
Nobody can
because,
catch Ireland now.
We still have one more country to vote. Netherlands. Netherlands, can you hear me? Goedenavond, Nederland.
Good evening, Malmö. Good evening, music lovers. Hilversum calling. Here are the results of the Dutch jury. Spain, 1 point.
Spain, 1 point. L'Espagne, 1 point.
Iceland, 2 points.
Iceland, 2 points. L'Islande, 2 points.
Israel, 3 points.
Israel, 3 points. Israël, 3 points.
Greece, 4 points.
Greece, 4 points. La Grèce, 4 points.
Malta, 5 points.
Malta, 5 points. La Malte, 5 points.
France, 6 points.
France, 6 points. La France, 6 points.
United Kingdom, 7 points.
United Kingdom, 7 points. Le Royaume-Uni, 7 points.
Cyprus, 8 points.
Cyprus, 8 points. Chypre, 8 points.
Ireland, 10 points.
Ireland, 10 points.
That makes
Irlande,
it
10
a
points.
racing certainty. Not that it wasn't before this scoring at all. And the final top marks go to Italy,
Italy, 12 points. L'Italie, 12 points.
still leaving the United Kingdom in second place. And in third place, Malta.
Thank you very much.
It's Ireland that's won it for the fourth
The winner
time.
of the 1992 Eurovision Song
Fourth
Contest
win for
is
Ireland. Last time in 1987 by a man called Johnny Logan. And he wrote this one.
Johnny Logan, the composer on the stage, please.
Linda Martin,
Johnny
the winning
Logan
singer.
and Linda Martin, where are you? You did it again, Johnny, for the third time.
Quite remarkable record the man has in the Eurovision Song Contest, to have won it twice as a singer, to come second as a composer once, and to actually win
Well,
it as
there's
the
some
composer
happy
this
girl
year.
in the green room coming down.
Phenomenal. Linda Martin, the Irish winning song, Why Me? 23 countries, and Ireland wins it. There'll be a few pints drunk in Dublin tonight. And Cork and Limerick and Galway and everywhere else. Johnny Logan embraces the winning singer. Wonderful victory for Linda Martin, and an even greater one
May
for
we have a
him.
comment, Linda? May we have a comment from you? Congratulations, Linda.
Thank you very much. I'm too excited to speak. I am thrilled, absolutely thrilled. Thank you all very, very much. On behalf of Ireland, thank you.
Johnny, you made it again.
Can you speak?
I would like to say hi to everybody back home in Ireland. Thank you to everybody who voted for us. To my mother and father who are going to see this in Australia on Monday. I love you.
And remember now,
And
everybody.
also, I would like to say that there's somebody special watching this tonight, my father, and also Shay Healy, a friend of mine who wrote What's Another Year. Shay, this is for your father and for mine.
Okay, and remember that Johnny Logan is historical. Third time. Linda Martin.
He's also mildly hysterical, but you wouldn't blame him. So is everybody else. It's ferocious. The excitement on stage now, this marvellous set. Carola, who won it for Sweden, of course, last year,
The glass
presents a
sculpture
lovely
that
piece of
symbolizes
Swedish
the honor
sculpture.
is
glass
handed over
sculpture
by
to Linda
Carola.
Martin. Must congratulate Michael Ball for a wonderful
This is for Frank
performance that
McNair of
lifted the
Orange
United
Juice as
Kingdom
well.
song into
Very
second
well
place.
record. Cheers, guys.
Brilliant performance by him. Certainly he didn't
Flowers
deserve
for
to
everybody.
lose, but I must say he will take it in typical fashion,
You have
philosophically.
prepared for the song again?
And
You
to
have
come
prepared for the
second
song again?
is no disgrace for the United Kingdom.
Det är klart.
Clear second place with 139 points to Ireland's
Linda,
155, and then Malta in third place. And they're going to reprise the song, of course, as they always do.
Okay. Let's hear the winning song of the Eurovision Song Contest 1992 once again.
Absolutely.
Why Me with Linda Martin, Ireland.
Orchestra conducted by Noel Keelan. Song written by Johnny Logan, taking the bow as well he might. Here it comes again. Deserved winner. Good Eurovision song winner.
Sometimes I watch you passing by my window, and sometimes I watch you passing through my dreams, and sometimes when I look at you, you take my breath away. Sometimes I try and understand your reasons. You choose to feel the way you feel about me. And sometimes when I turn around and you're there like today, and I wanna say, why me? I look at you and I get to feeling, why me? I know it's true, but I can't believe it. I keep on wondering why my love shines in your eyes. Why me? I look at you and I ask myself, why me? Sometimes I lie awake and watch you sleeping, and listen to the beating of your heart. And sometimes when you're lying there, you take my breath away. And I wanna say, why me? I look at you and I get to feeling, why me? I know it's true, but I can't believe that it's me who's gonna be holding you in my arms tonight. And why it's me who's gonna be the one to make you feel alright tonight. Why me? I look at you and I get to feeling, why me? I know it's true, but I can't believe it. I keep on wondering why my love shines in your eyes. Why me? I look at you and I ask myself, why me?
Well, why not? Best song on the night. Congratulations, Linda Martin for Ireland. Their 4th victory. Last time, 87, Johnny Logan. He's written this one. Wonderful victory for him. And congratulations again to Michael Ball and the British songwriters. Thanks to Baska, who make this possible for Britain to take part in it. Very far from disgraced. In very good second place. The United Kingdom with 139 to Ireland's 155, and Malta in 3rd place. It's been great fun here in Malta. Malta? Malmö. Yes, actually, I was looking forward to going to Malta. I suppose it'll be Cork now. Anyway, thank you for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed the contest as much as we have. We'll swab out the old commentator's box here now and generally paddle our way home. See you next week.